So I've been watching other motovloggers just because it's been snowing here and other people are, it's been spring for them for a month or two now and they've been riding. This is like probably the third or fourth time I've been out on the bike. So I've been watching other motovloggers because I miss it and whatnot. So and I noticed all these guys that are coming up like on YouTube and getting more popular, they're all like super upset about when other people like make mistakes. And I know that when you're driving a motorcycle, obviously if somebody else does something careless and we get into a what would be a fender bender, you know, I might be in the hospital and they got a dent on their door. So I understand where the risk for me as a motorcyclist is much greater than these other guys. So, but then again, that's my prerogative, right? I'm the one on the motorcycle, not them. So one thing that someone said to me once, because I used to have like really bad road rage, is you can't take other people's mistakes personally. And like, yeah, I understand people die in car accidents, motorcycle accidents, and how bad would you feel if you were just being stupid and you didn't know the rules of the road or whatever and you killed somebody, right? So people don't take it seriously enough, I think, when they drive, the danger that they have, right? So anyways, my pet peeve is that all these guys are just like losing it on these other people, and that's like what they do when they drive. Like me, I try to watch out for the idiots, but like those guys will sort themselves out, you know, survival of the fittest. So if these guys are constantly driving like that, it's not going to just be towards motorcyclists, and they're going to end up getting in accidents, and you know, and that'll sort themselves out. And it's not my place excuse me, to tell anyone else how to drive. That's what the police are for. But I guess, you know, in most places the police aren't really concerned too much about traffic and violations of traffic. So I mean, when it comes to people and the way they drive, they drive the way they drive because they've come up with compromises based on what they believe. And I'm not going to yell in someone's window and have them rethink their life. They're just going to be pissy for 20 minutes and forget about it. So all these guys that are out there just bitching at people and whatnot, you know, you're not doing anything other than being an ass. You're wasting your breath. Just get out of their way, you know, and pray that they wrap themselves around a pole. Who knows? It's like, you know, I don't know. For instance, I drive my motorcycle, and no matter what I'm driving, I try not to break the rules of the road. But if I'm going to break the rules of the road, I only do one at a time. So, and usually it's speeding, and usually it's not by much, maybe 10, maybe 20 kilometers over the speed limit. But I'm not gonna be, you know, just driving super recklessly, right? And that's the way that I kind of believe, you know. If you're speeding, you got to be a super cautious driver elsewise. If you're, you know, I don't know what else I would break, because speeding's really only one. But I mean, if I was lane splitting, here it's not legal. So when I'm lane splitting, I'm not going to be speeding. I'm going to be slow, right? I want to try and match the speed or just a little bit faster than traffic. I try to only do it when the traffic stopped, right? So everybody believes that they're right, and when it comes to driving, and that they know all the rules of the road, and that the way they drive is the best. But righteousness is not going to save me from an accident. So So I mean, you can drive in. I can drive in my truck. I can drive in my car. I can drive in my bike. I can drive on a bus. And on any commute, if I'm looking for it, I'm going to see 100 people doing stupid shit that doesn't make sense, breaking the rules of the road. And like for instance, it's illegal where I live to not have both hands on the handlebars. So I'm breaking one rule of the road here. But it's 70 here, so I'm keeping it under 70. So that's my compromise, and it's a conscious decision on my part. But most people, you know, they have their own thing. It has nothing to do with what I believe. So how am I going to judge somebody for that? You know, it's not my job. I know that guy. He's got a $30,000 Gixxer, like fucking gold-plated exhaust and shit. I used to have one of those, 2001. The guy wasn't looking at me. It's phenomenal on fuel. I could go like 1,000 kilometers to a tank. For you Yanks, that's over 640 miles per tank. It was ridiculous. And I caught it when I first got it. It was 27 bucks to fill. So just to give you an idea, it's ridiculous. One time I was like hypermiling it. I went from Edmonton to Winnipeg. Well, pretty close to Winnipeg, like Portage la Prairie, on the highway on one tank. It was 1,950 kilometers, or like basically 1,300 miles. I went on one tank of fuel, and I had a jerry can in the back, and I had calculated that I should have run out of fuel already. So I was really nervous because it being a diesel, I didn't want to have to prime it on the side of the highway. So we just stopped and filled it up. But I'm sure there was just fuel on the lines and that's it. Like, it was phenomenal.